I just kept on telling her that I wasn't going to hurt her.
If Deborah Slaw believed Jesus Alvarez, the last words she heard were lies.
She was crying.
She was praying too, clutching a crucifix as if her life depended on it. Turns out, it did.
I just picked her out random.
While he was in Corpus Christi smoking crack and terrorizing the 46-year-old mother, Alvarez was supposed to be here at the Reid Center.
I was in a halfway house in Houston, Texas, the Reid Center. I couldn't handle it anymore and I jumped the fence.
Over the years, Fox 26 Investigates has videotaped fence jumping at Reid. Our undercover cameras even caught crack smoking going on inside the tax-funded facility. But the most troubling thing we've uncovered, the number of convicted felons sent to Reid who just walk away.
And there's some dangerous people that are running around right now from after they've walked away from Reid. What do you think about that?
It's the nature of the population that we supervise. I mean, I'm not, again, comfortable with that at all.
Out of the 300 Reid residents who absconded during the first 9 months of this year, about 80 of them remain at large. While Reid is not a lockdown facility, those who just take off are named in arrest warrants. A lot of them get caught when they commit new crimes, like Jesus Alvarez.
And I took out the handgun I had, 45, and I put it in her face and I told her, to get in the van.
While he smoked crack and drove, Alvarez says Deborah Slaw tried to calm him down, but he wasn't in the mood for that.
And I told her, just to shut up, because I was going to kill her. If she say something or try to run, I was going to stop right there in the middle of the highway and right there instantly kill her right there and then.
Alvarez stopped on a desolate road and tied Slaw up.
I told her to take off her bra, and I tied her hands behind her back. And I just stayed there just looking at her. Got my pipe out again, started smoking more. And
Alvarez says he told Slaw to leave.
She didn't leave, right, and shot her in the head.
In September, Alvarez pled guilty to murder and got 50 years. His run from Reid changed Deborah Slaw's family forever.
I have dreams that it was just a nightmare, but the nightmare begins when I wake up.
Some folks in Katy might be having nightmares if they remember this guy, Gary Huggard. The convicted killer is supposed to be at Reid, but where he is right now is anyone's guess.
Judging from his past history and what he was involved in here, I'd consider him extremely dangerous.
Wait till you hear what that Reid absconder did to his wife and 3-year-old daughter when Randy Wallace's exclusive investigation continues. After this.
This is what Gary Huggard looks like today. This is what he looked like in 1985 when he murdered his wife.
We actually thought when we heard that he'd gotten 50 years, that'd be the last time I'd be hearing about Mr. Huggard.
But Huggard is once again on the minds of area law officers. He's supposed to be at the Reid Center right now, but no one knows where he is, and that's been the case for almost 10 months now.
I've probably tried about 200 cases, but he's probably in the top 10 of the ones that I really recall.
What Huggard did is hard to forget. Back in 1985, while out on federal bond for a weapons violation, the Katy electrician stabbed his wife to death to keep her from testifying against him.
The government's theory of the case was that the murder was provoked by her snitching him off and then being available to testify against him on the felon possession charge.
Huggard dumped his wife's body near Brownwood, Texas, and then abandoned their 3-year-old daughter, who was only wearing a coat, at an empty church.
The 3-year-old child being abandoned naked in freezing weather, there's no excuse for that. So we remember that real well.
Authorities say they hope to find Huggard, as well as these other men who absconded from Reid as soon as possible. They include convicted sex offenders Jerry Richardson, Curtis Neal, and Margarito Sanchez. The state describes Sanchez as a high-risk sex offender.
Obviously, all of them we'd like to see picked up. The sex offenders and the most violent offenders are the ones we obviously would like to see picked up as quickly as possible.
Randy Wallace, Fox 26, investigates.